How do you feel, Scott?
I feel like I should be anxious, but I'm not.
Actually, the next 3 days, we will be in South Carolina. We're going to Carolina Motorsports Park. And I know it's been a few weeks since I posted a video. It's mainly, I've been working a whole lot of overtime. So we can afford this weekend. It's a very expensive weekend, but it's going to be a lot of fun. We bought a brand new to us, say 2007 R6, and it is set up as a track bike. So that's what we've been working on getting involved in and getting into, is getting out on the track. And that's exactly what we're going to do this weekend. We're in all weekend long. We have I think 8 sessions tomorrow, and then I think 8 on Sunday. It's going to be awesome. We're going to meet up with Street Bike Josh right now. We're going to load our stuff up in we're going to load everything up in his RV, and we're going to take that down to South Carolina. And I think it's about a 5.5–6 hour trip, maybe something like that. So the gates don't open for us normal people until 5 o'clock tonight. So we should get there right about 5 o'clock. And we're going to meet up with a whole bunch of the Sicilian race team. Everybody's going to be out there. It's going to be an awesome, awesome weekend. We want to get a lot of the stuff, some of us had the trip down there, and a lot of the first time stuff I want to be able to capture for everybody, because I've never done any of this stuff before. I've never been on this bike. I've never been on the track with it. It's GP shift, so it's flipped. It's not a regular shift pattern, and it's got a quick shifter. I mean, there's just so much stuff that is new that we're going to be involved in, that we're going to be doing and learning. It's going to be awesome. I am going to have a camera mounted to the bike while we're actually on the track, but I can't have it on my helmet. It's just going to be on the bike, probably under the windshield or something. I'll try and give you guys the best view possible. This bike, I have never seen it before. And it's coming from like upstate New York, near Buffalo, I believe. It's being trailered down to CMP. So the first time I actually am going to get to put my hands on it and really like see it, it's going to be out here on the track. And it's kind of exciting, you know? We already bought it. I mean, it's ours. But it's been a track bike from what I've been told its entire existence. So it knows what it's going to be doing, but I'm not so sure that I know what it's going to be doing. Okay. So home away from home for the weekend. Badass RV. I don't know a whole lot about it. This is it. Waiting on Josh finally to come back so we can get on the road. It's 11 o'clock. So we should probably get there right about 5. We have to stop a whole bunch for gas and everything. And we're gonna be food. Fast. I'm putting you on the YouTube.
We're gonna be fast at the gas station, man.
Oh yeah? It's a 200-gallon tank.
It's 55. We got this.
So right now, middle of all of Josh's lies, we're somewhere in North Carolina. I'm not sure where. We got like 4 hours left to go. 3 hours. 2.5. So we have a few hours.
3.5, man.
3.5 hours. We gotta stop in a little bit to get some gas, some food, some beer. I got some beer. I'm not gonna bore you guys to death with this trip. As fast as this thing is, I don't want to show its speed because people might get jealous. We had to stop to get gas. Somewhere in South Carolina. I have no idea where we're at. Look how big this thing is. Hey! Jesus. It's not bad, considering we're getting like 27 miles a gallon. I'm kidding. We're only getting like 7. Fancy. That place was packed.
Well, you got in and out quick though.
Jesus. I wanted to take a piss.
Go take a minute.
We had to get some beer for Tex.
You got an ice house?
That's Miller Lite.
So you got a Foster's.
Clever. Pretty sure he's gonna love that joke.
I'm pretty sure he's heard it 1,000 times.
I'm pretty sure I'd be sick of it if I was him. Okay, back on the road. Next stop. Where is it? Where's this place? Kershaw. Kershaw. The track. Finally. Okay, we had to go sign some waivers. We have a wristband. Maybe now we can get the hell out of the RV. The new bike is in here. I've never seen it.
Come in.
I'm going into a house. Holy shit. Man, it's nice in here.
I'm right nice here. So there she is, man. Some parts. The screen, this got cracked. This happened before me even, but it's pretty good in case it gets cracked.
Okay.
I don't know if you need a chest back protector, but this one's also got a built-in chest protector as well. It's pretty cool. There's that. I don't know how the rain tires, so we're gonna have to wrench this tonight, right?
Right.
This is a rear, so
Josh brought a rear for me.
it's probably pretty good. Yeah. This here is what I have as a DOT front.
Okay.
I also have this one, like you can tell me I butchered this one, right? But it's still pretty good. Like, if you look at the shape, it's pretty good on the right, a little worn on the left, if you can see the profile. For you, for tomorrow, if we have to run it, we can run it. That won't be a problem.
Okay.
I have a spare set of warmers if we need to run slicks in the morning, but can put that on. So that's yours, that's yours, that's yours. And then we do what we need to with this tonight. We'll have to get the that up. I've got a couple of jugs here for you. I don't know if you need them, but I've got 8. I don't need 8.
Okay.
So the 2 with, yeah, they're all empty. 2 with the blue tape you can have.
Okay.
If you need fuel, I got fuel. But I've also promised it to Josh and Kuno, so first in, first serve.
Right.
But that's everything. Oh, and then these are the stands. You can have these. These are mine. I didn't want. You can have them, right? So
Really?
that's the front, and this is a rear stand. Just just to let you know, this side's cut down because in the rear we have what's called fast franks, quick change. So if you have a look on the other side, like it'll hit when it goes here, so it needs to be shaved down. So that's why that one's shaved down. So keep it with the bike, and then that way they're numbered the same for the bike, so that way you don't miss anything. But there it is, everything you need. It's got a fuel tank of fuel. To turn it on, just there's 2 on buttons. So this one does the electronics, this one does the fuel, and then when it's ready to start, there's a button here to start it. What I've done to it is I've recently had all the forks redone, all the suspension redone, right? So this here has got Olin's cartridges in it. It's got a shock in it. It's not an Olin shock, but it's a 2019 R6 shock, so it's not from 07. Okay. So when Edwin brought a new R6, he took that shock out and gave it to me, so I put the new one in. It's got the Vortex rear sets and shifter, GP shift, right? There's a big decal here to remind you of that.
I changed the Triumph around.
Yeah, it's cool. Like all my street bikes aren't GP shift, right? So sometimes I go into corners and do the wrong shit, and it's a problem at pace, right? It has a gear selector. It probably works when you need it, don't need it to, and it doesn't work when you you need it to. So I don't rely on that. Shift by feel and sound, really. And then once you get to know a track, all the better. Right. 520 chain, all new. New with about 2 track days on it. A new sprocket, front and rear. I do not know the last time I put brake pads in, but those brake pads are off a 19 R6. Okay. So when this used to have Brembos on it, so when Edwin sold it to me, he took them off and put them on his 19, and then put his 19 on this. So it goes to show how from 07 to 19, they're all the same bike, right?
That's typical Yamaha shit, yeah.
So I've had, as I mentioned, the front and rear done. I've just recently redone the suspension on it, so I had it all refreshed. I can give you details of the guy who did that. It has it built into the aftermarket traction control system. I don't find it works very well at all. In fact, I've never used it. So this switch here is map 1, map 2. Okay. And then this dial here is the difference in the traction control. I would never ever trust it in a million years, no matter what, right? Because the electronics these days on new bikes are so advanced compared to stuff like that, right? I've stripped this down to an engine and chassis and had everything else off it. I put a new swing arm on it because Edwin crashed it and bent it. Well, it wasn't bent, but what I noticed is when I went to put the fast franks in and went to do it across, like it was binding, and I thought, oh, maybe it's just not adjusted right. So I tried adjusting it, and then the wheel was out of alignment, so I knew the swing arm was bent. So I've just put a brand new swing, well, not new, but I just put a new swing arm on it recently. There's 2 different types of wheels. These are obviously the blue wheels with the reins on it. The other ones are black wheels with the slicks on it. So depend what you like. I mean, you may end up even running this weekend, the reins, given what could potentially come on Sunday. I don't know, but like this is like
compared to how tomorrow's going to be, Sunday rain might be all right.
Yeah, all right. Well, and I love riding in the rain, to be honest, man. It's a lot of fun, and in fact, I got a set of tires now waiting to get changed because I need exactly that. I need rain to put on them. So that's everything, man. It's pretty cool. Right. I only had 1 crash on the bike. Everything's been fixed except this. There was a little scratch down here. This is a case saver, so it goes on the Woodcraft case covers, and it's basically a slide pad. Before I crashed, that was behind the fairing and the fairing hung out like this. When I crashed, I basically slid on this and it cut this out for me. I couldn't have done that any better.
Hell yeah.
So everything else, it's got ASV levers, so like these things bend every direction you need them to, so very unlikely to break. It's got a motor holder's rear subframe, so it's an aftermarket subframe on it. Makes a couple of things a little awkward. These things don't quite fit perfect. This doesn't quite fit perfect, and you can't fit an undertail fairing on it, but everything else is fine.
Waiting on tech inspection right now. Josh just went through his, put tire warmers back on his bike. We're gonna put warmers on the R6 once we get through tech. How do you feel, Scott?
I feel like I should be anxious, but I'm not.
So I'm not the only one that gets a little nervous, right?
Your butterflies will be fluttering here shortly.
Unless you're that guy. He's not scared about shit. Okay, we gotta go to tech, which is that way. Okay.
Get up. You're fine.
We have Tex in front of us. Is a CR4 Pre taking us around for our site lap for our very first time on a track ever in our entire lives. Very first time on the R6. There's a lot of first times happening right now, and it's extremely exciting. But I was pretty nervous, you know, not really sure what to expect, not really sure what was going to happen. You know, I don't want to mess anything up. I want to get everything right. And Saturday was a lot of learning curves. But all these guys really came together and helped me out a tremendous amount throughout Saturday and Sunday, and there was huge improvements made between the 2 days. I'll go ahead and end the video right here after this lap. We'll do a full lap just so you guys can see the track, and I want to kind of do a comparison of the 2 days as far as like where my lines are at and body positioning and all that stuff, because I have different camera angles. We have multiple camera angles to show some kind of progression, or where, you know, we need to work on stuff, where we progressed and all of that, and the speeds and everything. I mean, it was just like a night and day difference between Saturday and Sunday. So I'm really excited to get that out to you guys so everybody can see it. If you follow us on social media, at MLS Moto on either Instagram or Facebook, whatever, you already know some of the progress we've made. You've seen pictures of the event and all that stuff, and the support we got from not only our Sicilian race family that was out there supporting us for our very first track day, popping our cherry and everything, was just as excited as I was to get out there. From Pre especially, because those guys, all the CRs and everything, took their time to help us out. Like they would see something that I was doing a little off, and they'd say, hey, try doing this. And essentially they would follow you around the track, and they'd jump in front of you, and you know, they would help you out through the whole thing. And if it wasn't for all the support and all the feedback and all the help that we got, we wouldn't have progressed as much as we possibly did. So I really appreciate that for all you guys that are watching this. And if you ever have the opportunity to get on the track with any kind of a bike, take it, do it. You're gonna love it, I guarantee it.